Hi everyone, I hope you're doing well. Today I just want to do a pretty quick video on how to wash technical down jackets. Now, washing a down jacket, whether it be a Gore-Tex insulated piece or just more of an affordable kind of nylon down jacket, it is important to use the proper detergent because you don't want to use something that's going to be too harsh on the down insulation, especially if it is a natural like feather down insulation. And also, too harsh of a detergent can really damage the DWR coating that helps like repel water off of the jacket as well. So generally you're gonna wanna use a more gentle fabric. This is Nikwax Down Direct Wash-In. See if it, don't have my face and it will focus on it. And I've used this before, I've used it on down jackets, and I'm gonna show you guys 3 different methods to how to wash a down jacket. I'm gonna machine wash this green Uniqlo ULD right down here. I'm gonna machine wash this, but I'm also going to show you guys how to hand wash another one. This is again is a Uniqlo ULD. I'm just gonna lightly hand wash it, and then I'm going to spot clean my Gore-Tex acronym J68PL, just because this is like an absolute baby of mine. I do not want to mess it up at all, and because it has a lot of zippers and everything, putting it in a wash machine, if you don't zip everything up, or it could come unzipped a little bit, the teeth of the zipper can go around and wear on your garment, and I don't want that, especially because this is one of my favorite pieces. And I mean, down jackets are one of those pieces of clothing that you don't want to wash too often. About once a season, or if you just get a couple spots on it, just spot clean it like how I'm gonna do on my acronym jacket. Really, the only places that are dirty on it are right along the collar where just sweat and grime have built up over the time of me wearing this. I wear this jacket all the time, as you can see from these shots here. So things that you will need, of course, some technical down wash. This is Nikwax. I wanted to try Granger's, but REI didn't have it in stock. They have this nice kit too that has these dryer balls as well that you throw in, and it helps just fluff up everything. So I went to Target and I got these New Zealand wool dryer balls. Basically, these are just fancy all natural tennis balls for the purpose of drying. And what this will do is, when everything gets really matted, like all the down insulation gets really matted because it's wet, it's gonna clump up weird. You want to break that up and you want to fluff it up again. So that's why you put these dryer balls, and it just massages out those clumps, and it also helps speed up the drying process as well because it creates space in between clothes and allows heat to get in and circulate and everything. So you could just use tennis balls as well. I've heard of many people just using those, or they have those like rubber dryer balls like from Granger's. And then also, if you're gonna be hand washing, I do recommend you have a pair of gloves, just because the detergent, it can really strip your hands of oil, and then your hands get really dry and it just feels weird. So anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and just start with hand washing my acronym Gore-Tex down jacket. And I'm just gonna kind of spot clean it with a clean rag. So I don't think I'm gonna have to dry it at all, but I may throw it in the dryer just to help kind of reactivate that water repellency. It's actually very important to throw it in a dryer. Any technical jacket, just throw it in a dryer, and it helps reactivate that DWR coating so water beads off a lot better. So anyways, let's go ahead and get into hand washing the acronym jacket. Okay, so to get started, just to hand wash this and spot clean it, I put down a clean towel, and then you're gonna need a clean washcloth that you're gonna kind of use to scrub out all that grime right there. Because we're gonna be kind of touching the soapy water, I think it's best just to get these, and I went ahead and just wash these, under this thing, just to get off any residue from any potential, harsh cleaning products on these, because I don't want to transfer anything on here onto my favorite jacket here. So right here in this bowl, I have some just tap warm water, and I'm just gonna add a little bit of drop of this Nikwax down wash. Really, You don't need that much for this small of amount of water. And I'm just kind of cleaning a couple spots here, mainly just right around this inside collar part. I think there's like one little tiny little mark here on the sleeve as well. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. So there you go. I know when you have like a favorite piece or a very expensive piece of clothing, number one, you want to take care of it. Even if it's not in a super expensive piece of clothing, you want to take care of your clothes. This is a favorite piece of mine. I love the design of it. I wear it all the time. So go ahead and give this a little bit of a shake. I'm not sure if I need to do that. I'm just gonna eyeball and just do a drop. Just like that. That's kind of all you need. And then I'm just gonna kind of mix it around with my finger. Yeah, you can see how much I wear this because like the tag and everything's like peeling off and everything. Like it was expensive, but I definitely wear it, you know, and it's do not regret purchasing it at all. Okay, that's close enough. So what I'm gonna do, take this clean towel here, just kind of dip it in, and then I'm just gonna kind of start spot cleaning it. And I'm gonna throw this in the dryer just really briefly, just to kind of, you know, of course dry it, but of course kind of reactivate that water repellency coating on the outside of the Gore-Tex. And this is not like full-blown Gore-Tex, like 3-layer like you get on a shell jacket. This is made from Gore-Tex Infinium, which is their lighter, it's more of a water-resistant, windproof version of Gore-Tex. So not the full-blown thing, but you know, still a very good technical piece of clothing. You know, honestly, like, especially if you have like technical garments, a lot of times to clean it, all that you really need is to spot clean it. You know, like for example, the pants I'm wearing, it's made from Chaulier Dry Skin, which is a technical fabric. It's like stretchy, has anti-odor properties, has a DWR coating on it. It's like it's like partially windproof and everything. And really, to clean it, all that you really do is like brush off the dirt and spot clean any areas. And yeah, people wash their clothes too much. They really do, and it doesn't make it last as long. I'm gonna take the other side and dip it in clean water and try to wipe off all the soapy residue and everything. You could probably rinse it under the sink, but because I'm like hyper neurotic with this jacket because I just love it so much, I'm just gonna wipe it down with clean water, probably 5-6 times, and then all the soapy residue should be gone. Taking care of your clothes is very, very important, and I feel like it's a subject that not a lot of people talk about. So let me get that one little tiny spot here on the sleeve. Other than that, like, it's a very clean jacket, and I absolutely love this color. Honestly, if I got it in black, I probably wouldn't even notice if it got dirty or not. I guess that's a bonus or a negative of wearing dark clothing all the time. You can't always tell. This is just light enough where you can see if something is nasty. I think this is good. Okay, I'm gonna start wiping this down with some clean water. See, like, you really don't need to throw this in the wash and like put that much wear on your clothes to just clean little spots like this. Especially something like outerwear that you don't need to wash like all the time. It's not like a t-shirt or underwear or socks. It's something that kind of goes on the outside of your clothes a lot of times. And the only parts that really touch my skin are right up here, which is what I'm cleaning. All right, got the clean water right here. So let me not use the end of the towel with all the soap on it. Put these guys back on. Oh. Anytime I put these on, I feel like I'm gonna like inseminate a cow or something, All right, so clean warm water. Gonna wipe down all this soap here. All right, I think we're good to go. So before you put anything in the dryer, you want to make sure everything's completely zipped up and anything that is removable is. So like I'm gonna remove off these little patches here. Like these have like a magnet. Actually, I think that one's fine, but I'm just gonna remove this here. Move those guys. This one has a back strap to it, like a sling to it. So I'm gonna just undo this guy here. Because you don't want it to get caught up on anything or anything like that. And then I'm gonna completely zip this up because again, you don't want any loose zippers going about, rubbing on your clothes or anything. That's a no-no. So. So now we're gonna go dry this. Now, technically you can air dry a down jacket, and what you're gonna have to do is gonna take a lot longer, but you're gonna have to like hand massage out any clumps or anything. And so I'm not gonna, because I didn't like completely submerge the jacket and it's all super soaking wet, I'm not gonna dry this jacket super long. I just don't wanna damage it. I'm just kind of erring on the side of caution here with this piece. So go ahead and load up the fully zipped up, anything removable, into the dryer. I almost said wash machine. You're gonna want to throw these guys in. When I've washed down jackets before, it's been like completely soaked and everything. I'll throw like a towel in there as well. However, since I only kind of spot cleaned, I'm just gonna kind of quickly like dry it a little bit, get the majority of that moisture off, and just reactivate that de-dover coating. And I just threw those dryer balls in there as well. So not that it's like matted or anything. I could probably let it air dry just the way it is, but I'm just gonna do this for 4 or 5 minutes maybe. Technically I'm doing the quick fluff. Maybe don't wash with those dryer balls like late at night. It may upset the neighbors or anyone else living in your household. Okay, while that acronym jacket is drying, I'm going to completely clean out the sink here. I'm gonna fill this up and use this as a tub to hand wash one of the other down jackets and show you guys that method. So again, you wanna, probably wear gloves, clean out any residue from any grime, any other soap, anything from the sink, or you could have like a dedicated bucket for this job. Meh. I keep on checking that jacket, so I'll like let it go for like 2 minutes and I turn it off and just make sure that it's looking good. And it's drying, it's fluffing up and everything, and then the de-dover coating should work really well after this as well. So I'll probably let this go for another 2 minutes. I would say on and off check it for like 10-15 minutes in the dryer total if you spot clean. Okay, so I pulled the jacket out. It was pretty much dry. It's a little tiny bit damp, but again, it's gonna dry perfectly fine. It's not clumping at all. It feels good. First of all, it's a lot cleaner than what it was. A lot cleaner. Considering that I barely used any detergent, I just kind of wiped it down and wiped it with some clean water, then threw in the wash. I think it's pretty good. So I feel like for the majority of down jacket stains or anything, you could do this, and it's gonna be a lot easier on the garment. So I went ahead and put back on the sling, the little patches and everything, and I'm curious. I'm just gonna test the de-dover coating on it and see if it improved or not. So let's go ahead and see that. Please forgive me about the noise going on. So to machine wash a down jacket, or if you're gonna machine wash any technical piece, again, I do recommend that you clean out the wash machine from any other more harsh detergent. So I use a Fresh, and it's just like a tablet you put in there, and then you do the clean cycle on your wash machine, and it just kind of cleans it all out, gets rid of any residue, then you just wipe it down after that. I already did that, so this is not, it's not needed, but I just tend to, now, When it comes to front-loading washing machines, these are the instructions. So remove all detergent buildup in the dispenser, that little drawer you pull out to pour the detergent in. Place a maximum of 2 garments in the washing machine and add 100 milliliters of the down wash. And then wash according to the care label, preferably on a low setting and slow spin. Again, there's no need to overly aggravate the piece of clothing. And then spin dry 3 times on slow spin, if care allows. Tumble dry according to manufacturer's instructions on a low setting until clumps have disappeared. Teasing apart clumps repeatedly during drying process will help restore the loft to the down. Again, or you could have those tennis balls or drying balls or whatever. So that's front loading. I have just a top loading one where you just pour the stuff in. So I'm gonna go ahead and pour it in here and then just lightly do a little bit of this in there. Using too much detergent can actually lead to extra wear on your clothing, and also doesn't, save any money. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and should be good. So. Okay, so what I did, I set it to just medium normal wash, cool water, and small load. It should work. And while that is washing, I'm gonna show you guys how to hand wash it. I'm gonna dry both of these jackets at the same time, just speed things up, All right, so I went ahead and I rinsed out the sink. It's all clean. I'm gonna go ahead and plop that in there. And then you wanna do just tap hot water for this. I'm gonna get this guy out of here. Now, they say for every 2 to 4 gallons, put about 100 milliliters of this guy in here. I'm just gonna kind of eyeball it to about a cap full. Again, I don't use as much detergent. I just feel like it's not always necessary, so. I could wait for it to fill up all the way, but I'm just gonna go ahead and do this. I've actually never washed this jacket ever, and if it was not black, I'm sure I would see little stains here and there. It doesn't smell at all, which is why I haven't washed it at all. It looks clean, doesn't smell, so I'm like, all right. But it's been a while since I got this, so I think it's time. I genuinely find that if your garment's pretty dirty and pretty grimy, machine washes does a better job. This is always very nerve-wracking to soak a down jacket, then you pull it out, it's soaking wet. Oh God, and then you're gonna throw it in the dryer and you're like, please dry, please fix it. I don't wanna ruin this. Trust me, leave it in the dryer with those balls, it will be fine. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and let this soak for about 2 minutes, and I'll come back to it, and then we're gonna rinse it thoroughly with clean fresh water for probably 2 to 3 times until there's no soap coming off of it. Then we're gonna dry it. So I've rinsed it thoroughly. It's soaking wet right now. You're gonna pick this up and you're gonna be like, oh my God, what did I do? You just gotta get the water out of it. I think the washing machine is almost done, so I think pretty good timing. You're gonna have to dry this for longer than you think. All right, it's pretty good. I'm putting this towel here. Just trying to get a lot of this water out. I'm gonna throw this towel in the washing machine too. It's a little bit damp as well, so. All right, so washing machine's dry. Got the towel and the hand wash down jacket. Toss it in here. 3 dryer balls, 1, 2, 3. So this is spun dry, but you can see just how thin it looks, everything. So it's all gonna fluff up again, don't worry. Put that in there, lock it. I'll probably go for 70 minutes, start out with. I'll see you then. All right, looks like it's all done. Probably had it in for about an hour. Generally, as a guidance tip, If you have a very high quality fabric, or really any fabric, try not to like do it on the highest setting. Try and go at the lower temperature. That's just a rule of thumb. I'm not sure, I can't really adjust the temperature on this guy here, so again, if you have a very like high quality fabric, try and tumble dry it, or just put it in for a little bit, take it out, make sure it doesn't get too hot, go back in. But anyways. All right, all fluffy. Let's go look at it. All right, so this guy looks good, all clean, all fluffy again. And this one was machine washed. And so, yeah, those dryer balls, they do a very, very good job. And then here's one I hand washed. All good. No clumps, no nothing. Looks brand new. So, anyways, guys, another thing I want to mention is if you have just a very, very little, tiny little spot on a down jacket, or really any piece, if you take just a little bit of like Dawn dish soap, just a little bit, and you gently kind of rub it out. Wait, rub it, not rub one out, rub the spot out. Very gently, and then you just kind of take a clean cloth and you just wipe it down. That's a very, very good, convenient way just to get like a little spot like that. You don't have to get, you know, the Nikwax or Grainger's, you know, if you're just doing spot cleaning. Like I could have done this with just a little bit of Dawn dish soap and it would have been fine. But again, I just don't want to use anything too harsh or anything. So anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed that video. I hope between showing you the 3 different methods, you'll be able to gain something from this video. But if you guys have any useful tips yourself on how you wash your down jackets, please let me know in the comments below. I'm always open to learning new things because I might not be doing it the best way. I probably am not, but this is how I do it. They work just fine. And again, don't try and wash your clothes too often. Washing like a down jacket, that's something you do maybe once a season, you know. So anyways, guys, I'll see you.